Welcome to Data Pencil.
Hello everyone, welcome back to day 37. Before we begin, a quick note for anyone who is new to this channel. If you would like to join this challenge or you want to join our SQL AI course, 10 days mini projects challenge or 14 days pro challenge, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. We regularly share registration details, opening dates for all challenges and courses in our community post. Also, you can join or follow our official WhatsApp channel. There we share each and every update, resources and announcements. So now without wasting more time, let's quickly come to our query part, and today is our day 37. So today again we are going to see a few more queries based on stored procedure. So let's see how to create procedure using if condition. Okay, so basically here we are going to create procedure with if condition. Now what we have to find, so we have to find here return message based on salary. All right, okay. How to create procedure for this? So first of all, we will write create procedure. See very carefully, it's easy. Okay, now give the name to this procedure. So I am giving it as salary check, and here we need to give input. So for input we need to write in. All right, then the name of the input that we are going to give, and then the data type of that input. So here input is employee ID. All right, and the data type is integer. Now our procedure is going to begin, the codes are going to begin that we have to store, okay, that we want to store using this procedure. Okay, so here let's firstly declare the data type of our salary. So for that we will write here declare salary as an integer. Now we have to select our columns. So let's write select salary into sal, okay, into sal. Listen carefully what this sal is. It is basically a variable that we are creating. Okay, so it means by writing this declare sal int, it means we have created an empty box, okay, where the value of sal variable will get stored and the data type of that data will be integer. Okay, now how to bring the data into this empty box? So the data we will bring from this salary. So that's why we have written select sal in salary into sal. Okay, now from which table the salary data is available? So it is available in a cleaned salaries table. Okay, now where employee ID is equal to the ID that we will provide during the input. Okay, when we will give the input. Okay, now there is one condition that you have to give only one row. So let's put the limit as 1. This is it. Okay, now we are going to provide few conditions. So if we are going to use here if condition, if sal, okay, the data that will be stored in this variable. So if this variable value is greater than 50,000, then what SQL has to do? So then you have to select high salary as result. Okay, high salary as result. Else select low salary as result. Now let's end it. So for ending we have to write end if, and then at last write the end. This is it. Okay, so now let's run this, and after running the picture will be more clear what basically we are doing here. Okay, here it is written del care declare. So let's write declare, and here create also causing problem. Now let's run it again. It's done guys, our procedure is created. Now let's call this stored procedure. So how to call? We simply have to write call and then the name of this procedure. So it's salary check. So let's write here salary check and give the input employee ID. So let's give it as 101. We want to check the salary data for this employee where ID is 101. Now let's run it. So here you can see the result is showing the low salary, means the salary of this employee is lesser than 50,000. Okay, now let's check it for some other employees. So let's take it for 110, and Here again low salary. Okay, let's check it for employee 210. So 210 is for the high salary. So this is the basic purpose why we have created this procedure, to get the result, okay, as a, you can say it is a tagged result. We have tagged the salary as high salary, low salary. All right. So, okay, now come to our query number 2. And in this query, you have to create the procedure with case. You already know the case statements. Okay, so I'm not going to explain. I'm not going to write the full code. You have to do it on your own. So let's simply see what you have to do. You have to find the, you have to categorize the employee. Okay, categorize the employee. How to categorize? If the salary is greater than 70,000, if the salary is greater than 70,000, then consider it as high. Okay, if the salary is greater than 40,000, then consider it as medium. And if the salary is lesser than, okay, lesser than 40,000, then consider it as low salary. So you have to do it on your own. It's a very simple thing, guys. You have to write the code in a very usual way that you already did using the case statements. The only difference here is this, that you have to start your code with writing this, create procedure, and then the name of the procedure. You have to give the employee ID as an input. Okay, just make sure to give a different name. You can give it as employee ID input or EMP simply. And then you simply have to start from here. Select salary. Okay, select employee ID, and then use the cases, like case when salary is greater than this, then high. When salary is greater than this, then medium, else low. And as category from your table name, and then end. This is it. Okay, here no need to declare any variable, and no need to write this code, which is select salary into sal. Okay, so I hope it's clear. You will be able to do it. Now come to our query 3. Today you have to solve only 3 queries. So let's see our third query, and in this query you have to store the procedure using aggregation. Okay, so basically you have to find total salary per employee. So how to find the total salary per employee? For that, you have to create a procedure, and you can give it a name as total salary report. Then begin the code, and for that you have to simply select employee ID, then apply the sum function on salary column as total salary. Okay, you use your name of the tables, and then after that you have to do the grouping. So group by employee ID and end. That's it. And here we don't need to provide any input. Okay, fine. So let's do these 3 codes, these 3 queries, and submit your work via submission form. If you face any difficulty, then please feel free to comment in the comment section. I will definitely help you out. So take care, guys, keep practicing, and see you tomorrow with our day 38. Bye bye.